To understand how we become the Afsoc we will need, we must first look to the past. We believe airmen are our competitive advantage, and Afsoc's roots lie with its people first. Humans are more important than hardware. In World War II, in the Pacific, our air commando brethren used their ingenuity and adaptability to move people and gear deep within enemy lines, to remote places without runways. In Europe, the carpetbaggers flew at night, often at treetop level, to move people and to resupply resistance forces under dangerous conditions. These stories, these people, these are Afsoc's roots, and we carry on their legacy. After World War II, we entered the Cold War, the Korean War, and the conflict in Vietnam. Each time, our nation needed the unique skills of air commandos to adapt and defeat a new enemy. You learn from the past, succeed in the present, and believe in the future. Tough missions? Air commandos were in the middle of them. Operation Kingpin, better known as the Sante Raid, the 1970 attempted rescue of Americans held deep in North Vietnam. Unknown to the rescue party, the North Vietnamese had moved the prisoners. Word spread of the daring attempt, and the POWs took hope. They were not forgotten. We are Afsoc. We remember. And we will always place humans before hardware. In 1980, air commandos joined a joint effort in the Iranian desert. They were about to attempt a rescue of American hostages held in Tehran. This was Operation Eagle Claw. When the number of helicopters available fell below the minimum required, the mission was aborted. As aircraft maneuvered to depart, there was a collision. 5 air commandos and 3 Marines perished. The tragedy of Operation Eagle Claw would become the genesis for special operations organizations and Afsoc today. By 1987, United States Special Operations Command was formed, quickly followed by the Army and Navy components. A short time later, the invasion of Panama was a special ops showcase. From gunships overhead to combat controllers and pararescuemen on the ground, air commandos led. On May 22, 1990, the Air Force redesignated 23rd Air Force headquartered at Hurlburt Field, Florida, to Air Force Special Operations Command. The quiet professionals who took the dangerous, nighttime, behind-the-enemy line missions now had their own command. And just in time, 3 months later, Iraq invaded Kuwait, and the impact Afsoc made was tangible during Desert Shield and Desert Storm. We did it all, from leading the charge to taking out Iraqi radars to rescuing a downed pilot. Afsoc flew more than 5,000 sorties. Yet, war is a harsh teacher. During Desert Storm, Afsoc lost more airmen in combat than any other Air Force command when Spirit 03, the 14-person AC-130H gunship crew, was shot down in 1991. Again, Afsoc would need to adapt quickly to a shifting world. September 11th, 2001. America was attacked and thousands of U.S. citizens were killed. A war where special operations was at the forefront had just begun. Afsoc was selected to be among the first to take the fight to Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. In the air and on the ground, we hunted an enemy deeply hidden in remote, unforgiving terrain. In 2002, one of our own, Technical Sergeant John Chapman, died on a mountaintop in a gun battle where he valiantly sacrificed himself for his brothers. Sergeant Chapman, Medal of Honor recipient, was Afsoc, and we remember. While the fight continued in Afghanistan, a new war opened in Iraq. Afsoc knew the territory. We flew gunships, reconnaissance, resupply, and just about every special operations mission possible. Special Tactics Airmen worked side by side with Navy SEALs and Army Special Mission Units. And Afsoc has continued this counter-violent extremist organization's mission for decades. It's not unusual, even today, to have Afsoc Airmen on their 5th, 8th, 11th deployment. Yet Afsoc has talents and abilities beyond combat. People in need, from thousands of miles away to your own backyard. Even if you're a group of kids trapped in a flooding cave clear across the world with little chance of survival, Afsoc will be there and ready to help. Today, peer and pacing threats have begun to challenge world order. It is time again for Afsoc to adapt to meet the needs of our nation and compete and win against unscrupulous actors. To be the Afsoc America needs, we must bring to bear the lessons the past 75 years taught us, the successes, the mistakes. All the innovation and diversity our airmen bring will allow us to be the Afsoc we will need. Our airmen thrive on taking on something new, something experimental, and making it work for mission success. But Afsoc was never about airplanes, weapon systems, or better airlift. Air Force Special Operations Command is forever focused on its competitive advantage, our airmen. As a great philosopher said, a small body of determined spirits, fired by faith in their mission, joined by their brothers and sisters, can change history. We know that. We have always known that. We are Afsoc, and we remember.